from Reed Arena in College Station, Texas, as the Texas A&M Aggies welcome the Southeastern. All right, we are set to get started here. It's number 12, Ashley Richardson, the setter, sophomore setter for the Lions, will serve it up to start the home season for the Aggies. Ifeanyi gets the first kill of the home season for the Aggies.
Well, Ifeanyi is another name you're going to hear a lot when Texas A&M is being discussed in conversation. Known for her blocking, but do not sleep on her offense. She is very quick in the middle, and when this girl right here, Maddie Walk, can get her the ball, she's going to.
Maddie Walk played for A&M last year. Back this year as a setter, and there's Logan Nicki and Ifeanyi. They know each other well, having played at A&M.
This is an incredibly stacked front row right now for Texas A&M, both offensively and defensively. Kendall Stowers, the transfer, we'll talk about her as well as this match progresses. Very tough front row for the Aggies right now.
Maddie Walk playing some defense. Nice up from SLU. They'll go to one of their opposites there. She's denied. Stowers pops that up. There's Lednicki off the block. Lednicki with a swing into the block and into the net. Point Texas A&M. We already talked about Lee McBride for Southeastern Louisiana for Texas A&M in his third season. Jamie Morrison turning this program around. Their goal is to make it all the way in the NCAA tournament this year. Third season, as I said, doing a great job with this team. Swings wide out of the middle for the Lions. Point Texas A&M, and they're out to a quick lead.
It's a nice swing right there by India Bennett, avoiding the block. She's just got to try to keep that ball in the court, but you see what she's capable of out of the middle. A good quick swing, just needs to execute and keep that ball in.
Bennett's been at Louisiana, Southeastern Louisiana, her entire career, which is, you know, it's hard. It's getting harder and harder to find those stories these days in any sport in the collegiate ranks because of the transfer portal. But she has been there, and this is her. She's a redshirt senior. Service error by the Aggies sends the serve back to the Lions, but then Kendall Stowers gets the kill to get the serve back.
For Texas A&M, number 4, Emily Helmuth.
Kendall Stowers, the name might sound familiar to Aggie fans. Her brother Eli was on the football team for a few years here before he transferred. Now is at Vanderbilt. Kendall transferring in this season. There's a big block for the Aggies, something we've seen a lot, the monster block.
It was a great pass and a great swing for Southeastern Louisiana, but that block for Texas A&M is just absolutely a brick wall right now.
Yeah, when you get Logan Lednicki and Ifeanyi teamed up, that's a wall. That one goes out, point Texas A&M, and Southeastern Louisiana, I'll get it out, has not quite found their rhythm yet.
No, and Texas A&M is just playing clean volleyball right now. They're putting a lot of pressure on SLU. SLU's just got to keep passing the ball and try to get something going offensively.
That was a good pass. A&M is there with the block, though. Another block. This one goes off the hands and out of bounds off Emily Helmuth. Point SLU. And
finally, Alexis Lagarbo, she's able to get something through that block of Texas A&M. They have been so strong, but Lagarbo, again, one of the kill leaders on this team, finally gets one to fall on the ground.
There's Ifeanyi, another offensive kill for her. It's her second of the match.
I love when they're able to get Ifeanyi going offensively. We know so much about her defensively. She's a great blocker. Love that back set by Maddie Walk, moving the offense around. Really, SLU just was not lined up. They completely lost Casapala. She had a nice empty net.
Lefty on the outside swing for Louisiana. We talked about her in the open. That's Kyra McKelvey.
Yeah, McKelvey with a big swing on the outside pin. Not a bad touch over there by Tatum Thomas for Texas A&M, but that dig just goes a little bit too far away.
And you'll notice there are 2 liberos for Texas A&M, and we'll talk about that more and what that means and how that works as we go. Logan Lednicki, hard hit off the block. Lions run it down, send it over. Helmuth with a swing. Right back to Texas A&M. Back to Helmuth. Same spot, different result point for the Aggies.
Casey, something we haven't talked about yet, the outside production for Texas A&M has got to be more consistent as this season goes on. Kendall Stowers, a great addition to the offense. Now, who's going to step up for that L2? Emily Helmuth is who they're looking at. She's done an incredible job, has had some really good games this season, but has also had some slower games. And so can they get more production out of her? That was a great way to start this one.
SLU has got a great libero in Lexi Gonzalez. You've seen her in the yellow jersey moving all over the place as SLU gets that point. But watch number 19 in the gold jersey for Louisiana. A&M is going to be finding her a lot in the middle of the court. McKelvey back to serve. Jump serve that drops short. Point Lions, and they've closed the gap to 4.
Yeah, nice serve, a lot of top spin. That ball wasn't hit super hard, just dropped. And that's a ball that Kendall Stowers wants back, and she may get it right here.
Goes deeper with it this time, sends it long. Got under it a little too much.
I like that idea, though. Her last serve fell short. She saw the A&M serve receive, take a couple steps up, tried to go for that deep ball. When you have top spin, it can still work out. Get it to drop right in the back of the court. That one just a little bit too far.
A new face to Aggie fans, freshman Addie Applegate. Back row to serve for Texas A&M, play some defense for the Aggies. Here's Lednicki out of the back row, and there's a block from Southeastern Louisiana. Looks like Abby Bailey got that one.
SLU finally answering back. Texas A&M has been blocking well in this set. The Lions get a chance here, and anytime you can stop Logan Lednicki in that powerful attack, you have got to be excited about that play if you're SLU.
Service error for the Lions. Lednicki plays all the way around. She may come out for a rotation or 2, but she will hit out of the back row, and she can do that as long as she takes off behind that 10-foot line. So you'll see it quite a bit. It looks like a front row hit because she jumps so high and far. A&M returns the missed serve favor and gives the point right back to the Lions. Morgan Perkins takes a seat for the Aggies. Quiet in her first entry into the game. Finna Casopala comes back in and will take the serve receive and get the swing, and the Lions with another block. Here's Stowers down the line. SLU almost gets that one up, but can't quite control it. Point Texas A&M.
The Lions are playing tough. They're playing scrappy. They're hanging in there, but Texas A&M, just with the more powerful swings, they've been in system more. They're playing the kind of volleyball they want to play right now, and it feels like SLU's having to kind of be on the defensive the whole time.
Stowers, 2 kills now, and there's the first ace of the game. Maddie Walk gets that one for the Aggies. After the ace, SLU calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back with the rest of the first set. Aggies in the lead here from Reed Arena. Defeated 16-0, but then got to the SLC tournament, which really determines who goes to the NCAA tournament from their conference most years, and they lost to A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah,
what a devastating season.
Really tough way to end the season, but you got to be so proud of the undefeated, first time in program history. Obviously, you know, an incredible year, and 15 returning players on this squad, Casey, so they have to be excited about where they could potentially go this season.
Right now, they're hanging in there with this tough A&M team here on the road at Reed Arena. Logan Lednicki from the left side on this serve receive gets the kill off the block. That's her 1,500th career point.
And this is what's so special about Logan Lednicki is she really can do it from either pin. Has her on the outside, cuts that ball across. Nice touch by the block right there by SLU, but the deflection too high for the libero Gonzalez to handle.
And just so you saw that, that was her 1,500th point, not kill. She's moving up the kill ranks as well, but points, you know, nice swing from Texas A&M. Points can come from blocks, serves, anything, and so that was 1,500 for her. But how about that swing from Athena Casapala?
When Texas A&M gets their middles running early and often, they are so dangerous. Barely takes a step off the net. So much athleticism to get up and put that ball right back down. Maddie Walk loves having these middles up and ready and available whenever she wants them.
Athena spent some time on the under-23 national team this summer, along with Logan on a different team, the senior national team. We'll talk more about that. That's a point for SLU cross court.
Well, we talked about Alexis Lagarbo at the beginning of this broadcast. She is going to be somebody that SLU really relies on to be a point producer in this match. She's done a nice job so far tonight for the Lions. 2 kills.
Helmuth blocked. Right back on SLU's side. They'll send it up and set it up again with a tip.
Great up by Underwood.
It's going to be a net violation on SLU, and Ava Underwood, the MVP of that point for Texas A&M.
Well, Ashley Richardson had a great up as well for SLU, but the net violation was called. Underwood with a really, really nice tip read that kept that ball alive.
Another tip, can't get Underwood this time, or Underwood can't get to it this time, point SLU.
I'm a little surprised that Lagarbo went back to the tip. I think she knew how close she was to getting the first one for a kill. Underwood just got to it. This is a great swing. She goes up strong. The best way to disguise a tip is to go up strong. You want to look like you're about to swing, and then you change it to the soft touch right at the last second. Really hard, even for a great defender like Ava Underwood to recognize.
Audrey Vilgus serving it up for SLU. Hits the net. Kendall Stowers is there, and so is Morgan Perkins. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the match.
We talk a lot about Athena Casapala, but you cannot sleep on Morgan Perkins. This is possibly the best middle duo in the country, and they complement each other so well. Morgan Perkins, it has been so fun to see her grow during her career at Texas A&M.
Cross court up by Ava Underwood. Back row coming from Stowers. And just the right touch off the block to get the kill.
Man, you talk about Texas A&M's offensive row. You have 2 incredible attackers in the back, plus your 2 in the front. Texas A&M, they are just running on all cylinders right now, in complete control of this first set against Southeastern Louisiana.
Mentioned earlier that Logan and Athena were busy this summer. You know, all athletes are busy these days, but these two, they took off with the national teams. Logan with the senior national team, Athena with the U23 national team, and what a summer they had. And what's cool about this is that it's helping them not only grow the game, their international game, to see what they can do after they get out of college, but it makes them better collegiate players, and they can bring that back to their team.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Morrison before the match and, you know, asked how was Logan when she came back from that experience with the senior national team, and he said that it's kind of like she's seeing everything in slow-mo right now. The ball just moves so much faster at that level. Even Athena with the U23 team, same thing. But I think both of them took so much from being, and Logan said it, you know, I was the underdog, but I was also a leader. And so she brings in both of those experiences to her team. She is obviously a leader of this Texas A&M team. She's the senior, she's the All-American, like she is it, but she also knows what it feels like to kind of be the underdog. So it really allows her to relate to all of her teammates I just think an incredible experience for both of these young women, and they are definitely going to benefit from it in their future and right now during this season.
Well, and Coach Morrison has been very vocal about wanting to help Logan get that international experience and get her on the track to perhaps making the Olympic team someday. He's been there for her from the beginning when she decided that's the route she wanted to take. Emily Helmuth comes out of the timeout with a sweep overpass for the kill. And Logan Lednicki goes back to serve again. Helmuth, 2 kills so far in this match. Nice swing from Mikelski for SLU.
We talked about Kyra McKelvey as well at the start of this game, and she was pretty good right there at the beginning, had been a little bit quiet, finally gets a nice swing. This is, again, a lefty coming from the outside. It's a little bit of a different look for your blockers.
Misses her serve. That's her 2nd miss in a row. She'll want to correct that next time she gets around. For sure.
You know, coming into this match, you know, looking at their numbers, looked like SLU was running a 6-2 with Ashley Richardson and Peyton Stokely, but right now we're seeing Ashley Richardson running the 5-1. So something that they obviously saw in maybe their, you know, film that they wanted to go ahead and run the 5-1 with Richardson, who has been very successful, only a sophomore, but was leading the team with assists coming into this match. And so far, I mean, I know there's an 8-point difference case, but SLU's hanging in there against this big, tough Texas A&M team. Abby Bailey just went down the line to get the kill on Logan Lednicki. And there's a nice swing from Morgan Parkins. Again, not killing it, just placing it. And that's the thing Texas A&M has done a nice job of, is when the Lions have gotten a kill, Texas A&M has answered immediately back and then gotten a couple more points in addition. When you play like that, you're never going to lose a volleyball game. If you can answer back immediately and then go on small runs of your own, you will stay in control the whole time.
Richardson with the dump, and A&M was there. Here's the block from the Aggies. They're going to get a net call on that one. Looks like Ifena Casopala caught it on the way down.
Yeah, I saw that as soon as
looked
it
guilty.
happened. Yeah, just got a little anxious, and you can see the smile on her face. Yeah, that was, you're not getting away with that one. That's a problem when everybody's watching you. So are the refs.
Right there.
And you can see, yeah, just big forearm right there on the top of the tape.
You want to press, but you can't hit the net. Kendall Stowers is doing it all today. That was a perfect pass on a hard ball, and then she gets right up there and gets the kill.
You know, I watched that 3-set loss to SMU, and Stowers just looked, the entire A&M team just kind of looked uncomfortable and flustered and couldn't get in a rhythm. It is the exact opposite of what we're seeing tonight. 3
points away from taking this first set. That goes off the Aggie block, Logan Lednicki. And Ifena Casopala couldn't keep that one on SLU side.
And that's it. If you're SLU, you know that big block is up in front of you. You've got to try to go off fingers, go off forearms, do whatever you can to use the block to your advantage.
That was India Bennett's first kill of the match, which is surprising considering how efficient she is. That one goes a little too high for Logan.
And this is where Texas A&M needs to start finishing stronger. Yes, they still have a 7-point lead, but you don't want the end of these games to always feel like a struggle. A&M really needs to focus right here.
Little timing issue on that set between Walk and Casopala. SLU takes advantage. Lions will send it over. Walk, Casopala, that's a kill for Ifena Casopala. 4 for her.
That's what I like about Maddie Walk, is when she has a little bit of a misconnection with one of her hitters, it's pretty predictable that she's going to go back to them. Maybe not right away, but she knew that she had just missed Ifena on that first swing, gets a chance to go back to her and connects beautifully.
Kendall Stowers, jump serve, hard ball. Lexi Gonzalez takes it perfect. SLU sends it over. There's Helmuth off the block. Touch, and that's going to be a point for the Aggies, and that takes them to first set point here in this match.
And that's what I mean by finishing strong. After a couple of points that looked a little ugly, they were able to clean that up with a really nice kill by Casopala and then another nice kill by Helmuth. Now you're at set point and you push to finish.
service error on set point. Now, if you're looking at your TV and you're like, something looks different about the crowd, it is different. And so we'll talk about that more in the second set. But Jamie Morrison finally got his way here at Reed Arena with the crowd set up, and we'll talk about that later. That's going to go long, and Logan's wanting a touch.
She got it.
And the down ref did call a touch, and that's going to be it. First set, 25-16, the Aggies take it.